20 years of evolution.
Yeah, which one is better? Which one would you choose?
What's the biggest difference between the two?
This new 110 is quite bouncy actually when you're driving along, which is a surprise. Coming from an old 90 which sort of wallows over the speed bumps. And
it takes a lot to spot the new from the old. Personally, I like the old one. It's got a lot more character, a lot more soul to it. And the new one has a lot of that in it, obviously, from the design and from where you sit behind the wheel. But everything just works a lot better in the new one. Where the switches work, the heating works, the engine's quiet, it's got a lot of torque, it cruises well on the highway.
Well, I'll tell you something else about the new Defender is that steering is actually very sharp and very light, which is surprising, you know. The old one you actually really have to move around like in the movies, you know, when they're going in a straight line, but the steering wheel's moving. This one actually racks within a few centimeters, which is pretty good stuff for a Defender, I would say.
It takes about half a second to react when you get into a corner, so you have to try and predict where you want to be half a second ahead of time.
We also have a clock that works, which we've never had in our own car.
It doesn't keep time. So right now it's showing 10 past 8 when in fact it's 5:30. So the biggest thing you're missing is the flaps for ventilation. And that's fairly obvious because inside the newer Defender they have a huge dashboard. However, this is the old dashboard of the original Defender since 1983 when the 90 and the 110 were introduced. This here is, I think, just for show. It's supposed to be the ventilation, do what you like, nothing really comes out. So yeah, in that respect, the new one is a lot better. This thing here, this is the demister for the windscreen.
The design hasn't changed.
Well, the engine and the dashboard.
Which is quite unique. I mean, even the Beetle changed throughout the years, the shape changed. Porsche 911 evolved and it's become lower and wider and sleeker. Even the Jeep Wrangler, best comparison to this car, has changed its design over the years. It looks quite a lot different than it used to 20 years ago. Yet the Defender just keeps on going.
The obvious one is the hump on the bonnet. That's quite a sizable lump there. You can see how much higher it sits in the engine bay, which causes that hump in the bonnet. This is the old 200 TDI. Looks quite small in here. It sits very low. If you compare the height of it, probably got to do with the sump design where they have to clear the axle, because there are cars that are older than the one I'm looking at now, which have done 20 or 30,000 kilometers total in their life. This is done 10 times that, because a Defender normally gets used. Yeah, it gets used a lot. This car is used for delivering wine and it gets used every single day because actually the rosé we're selling is pretty popular. So yeah, we deliver a lot of wine with it, fetch a lot of wine, and yeah, it just gets used. It's still got carpets in the back. It is a workhorse. It does get used on the farm. It tows big heavy trailers. It gets into the bush. It does firefighting. It goes off-road for exploration and discovery work. This has not changed in 20 years. It still has the same kind of feel.
The old LT77, basically just the same as the new one. I mean, it feels in terms of clunkiness.
So there's the door card. Would you believe it? 20 years later, exactly the same. Nothing has changed. In here, the light switch actually works. Can you believe it? The hazards, we have never had those work before. But over here, that's something you don't see anymore. I think it's a coin holder, I'm not sure. Let us know what you think that is, because that's quite novel, isn't it? Even the hooter on the side here. And I believe the steering wheel design is pretty much the same as well. Although I do prefer the old one, with the square boss and the very thin rim on the edge.
This one is just more of an occasion. You know, you're just happy to get where you want to go and all, and you get there with a smile on your face. So yeah, let us know, which one do you think better? Have they actually improved the Defender by adding the new engine, the new the old character of the old one. So let us know.